there's been a whole range of different verification and performance testing programs out there in the world of commercial real estate. And there has been for a couple of decades now. How are existing programs out there really addressing these ventilation and filtration performance standards? In other words, are the existing verification programs already addressing this risk area? And if not, why not? And if they are, how are they doing that?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I think that while some of the existing building verification and certification rating systems and programs and what have you, they include even our own, right? Even the UL Verified Healthy Building program. You're looking closely at filtration and ventilation, but it's in a much more general way or generic way, I guess you could say, and much more of a prescriptive way. I think just by definition, when you talk about what filtration and ventilation is, of course, this does include aerosol removal, by definition, but again, it's more indirect. And I'll explain that a little bit in a second. But here are some examples, right? A lot of these programs have prescriptive requirements, right? You need to have a certain MERV rating on your filter, or there might be a sort of a maintenance and management requirement that these things are observed closely and managed properly. Or when it comes to ventilation, making sure from a visual inspection respect that fresh air dampers aren't closing, or maybe that ASHRAE 62 minimum outdoor air requirements are being met, or even CO2 testing. That's often been a kind of a surrogate for how well we're ventilating spaces. And of course, there's some things there in terms of being contingent on people actually breathing out CO2, so it's not perfect by any stretch. But when you think about it, just common sense here, right? There's no better way to see if these prescriptive things, if these surrogate things, and these sort of indirect things that you're doing are working in terms of aerosol and airborne pathogen removal than actually releasing aerosols and seeing what the heck happens. All these things that I was just talking about, these prescriptive things, these kind of surrogate things, they all have a lot of merit. But I think this final piece that is really new to the industry, this is kind of that icing on the cake of seeing what is actually happening. Are the things that we're doing actually working? It's pretty cool.